Hello, and welcome to A Word of Hope. I'm Brother Joe Trout, coming to you from Monday of the first week in Lent. And today's gospel is one that I suspect you know very well. It's the judgment of the nations, the dividing up of the sheep from the goats, based on what they have or have not done for the least ones. But there is actually a bit of a question to this gospel. Who are the least ones? Now, one common, probably main interpretation is that the least ones are simply anyone who is in need, right? Anyone who is thirsty or hungry or sick, right? That's a plausible interpretation. That's totally in continuity with the Old Testament, where, Isaiah, as we just heard on Saturday, they're called to give their bread to the hungry. But there might be something slightly different going on here. Matthew 24 and 25, where this reading occurs, Jesus is describing sending his disciples, his little ones, out to all of the nations. That he is sending them out, and they're going to face a lot of tribulation and difficulty, and we get descriptions of an end time and Christ returning in glory. And the message actually seems to be that the nations to whom the disciples go will be judged on how they receive them. They're going to be judged on the same thing that Israel has been judged on. How did you treat the poor and the needy? But the poor and needy disciples who come in the name of Jesus Christ. In other words, are they willing to leave the logic of the world that's constantly in competition and to enter into the logic of the Trinity, the logic of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit that are in constant gift and exchange with each other, where giving to another is not loss? Are they willing to enter into the logic of life itself, which is communion, whereby my giving to you in need is in no way depleting from my resources, but I find life in the yoke and the burden of Christ, that I find life in the giving to others, that I find life in caring for the sick. It is to leave the competitive mindset behind, whereby I am constantly losing out by the good things I do, and enter into the beauty of the kingdom of God, where all things are constantly being made new and constantly being rejuvenated in love. So this is the question for us today. Are we willing to leave behind the world and to receive Christ? To receive Christ in the giving of what we have, to discover him through the constant newness that comes from giving away. To discover that, Lent really is not about just suffering and misery, but it's about being restored. It's about discovering the joys of mercy and the delights that we could never imagine in this world. The delight of the kingdom of heaven, to which we can so easily find access. Right. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.